Edition of Life and Style by Kevin Samuels. Remember to like, comment, click, and subscribe. This is an empty bottle of eccentric molecule, Molecule 01, and that's a shame because this is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. Why? I'm going to tell you in a second. Whether you're just now starting out in the fragrances, you've been collecting fragrances for a while, you all probably want to have something that smells uniquely you. Doesn't smell like anybody else. You're looking for that perfect scent. I mean, it's like the holy grail. We're all trying to find it. Guess what? It's already here. It's called ISO E. Now, if you're not a frag head, don't worry about it. It's the one thing that's in the DNA of most fragrances. And it's the one thing that smells uniquely different on each and every person. That is why if I only had one fragrance to wear for the rest of my life, they just strip me down, I could only have one, it would be that. It smells uniquely different on each and every person, and it does something else. It actually, when I blend it with other fragrances, it actually extends the life and projection. Yes. So I get a holy grail kind of fragrance, and I can use it with things like Oud Wood or Bleecker Street or any other fragrance that you love the scent of, but it just doesn't last long. Mugler Cologne, I use it with that to just extend the life. It is an incredible fragrance, and oh my God, it smells so good on every person I put it on. Now, diehard fragrance people, if you're down on it, just don't hit me up in the comment section because we're different than everybody else. We're snobs, but most people smell this and they're like, what are you wearing? I can honestly tell you, I know people who have extremely sensitive noses. You know that even bloodhounds would be shocked at how sensitive their noses are. And so they hate all fragrances, especially when she was pregnant. She even loved this fragrance. So that said something to me. And the fact that I can use to blend with other things, ladies, it does something incredible on your skin. Every woman has their own scent, and it just magnifies it. I have never smelled this fragrance on anyone that it smelled bad on. Never. It is a fragrance that isn't a fragrance. Do yourself a favor. Don't listen to the marketing. I don't work for the company, but I will tell you this. When I finally smelled this fragrance, I was like, oh my goodness, this is it. I can stop. I can actually stop the fragrance hobby right now and just use this. I won't, but I could. That's how strongly I feel about this fragrance. I've heard other people review it. Some people you think it's nah. Some people are like nah. But you know, honestly, I have to admit, in the fragrance community, we get so daggum uppity and stiff about this stuff, man. Most people just want it. Does it smell good? Is it going to make me attractive? Is it going to make me a hit with the guys, a hit with the ladies? Is it going to be unique? That's what everybody else cares about. Nobody else wants an essay on what the fragrance is. I mean, if you do, I can do that for you. But do you really care? I mean, at the end of the day, when you're walking down the street or you walk in the building, all that stuff, does it really matter if it was, you know, it was farted out by unicorns and put together by leprechauns and fairies, made by the most unique stuff since, you know, rock dust from Mars? Or does it matter that it just smells incredible? That's all that matters, then you will like this. So do yourself a favor. Don't even sample it, blind buy it, because sampling it doesn't do it justice. Get out there, blind buy it. Till the next time, talk at you later. Hey, welcome to another edition of Life and Style by Kevin Samuels. Again, if you like what I'm doing, again, click that subscribe button. The more followers, the better. I keep bringing you this great content. As I said, I replaced my normal countdown from 7 back to 1 with the music. The music is that still the same amount of time that you have to make that first impression. It's a little bit more funky, a little bit more fun. I really gotta dig it. Today, I did something that I said I was gonna be doing this weekend. Gonna do more fragrance reviews for the ladies. But I'm gonna start off with a fragrance that leans feminine just a hair, but it's unisex. But while I was out picking the fragrances to review for the ladies, I was in my Sephora last night, just kind of looking around, doing what I do. And then as I was leaving, I had the fragrances in mind I was gonna go out and review, and I got those coming up. But then I saw something that I had to double take real quick because you don't typically see that shaped bottle, where I am. It was a bottle from Tom Ford, and it was in this reserve collection. And it was this beautiful blue bottle. So I thought, wait a minute, hold on. And as I got closer, I saw the words Neroli Portofino Aqua. And I was like, wait a minute, no, this can't, what? Where have I been? Did I miss the update on this one? So needless to say, I just sprayed it on immediately. Had some empty space. And if you've ever smelled Neroli Portofino, you know how incredible of a fragrance it is. It often gets compared to three fragrances. Mugler Cologne, which is one of my favorite summertime fragrances. I've already reviewed that. And so if you don't have the money to go Tom Ford Neroli Portofino, or Creed Original Vetiver, which came out after Mugler Cologne. Both of these came out after Mugler Cologne. That's a great fragrance, but Neroli Portofino Aqua takes the things I love about the Neroli Portofino, simplifies them and amps them up. So let's just get into the notes, shall we? Citrus, amber, neroli. That's it. That's the whole pyramid. Citrus, amber, neroli. So what you got is this white floral, kind of citrus, amber green masterpiece of simplicity. I so dig this fragrance. Now, I'm wearing it right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put on a little whiff because I just like the opening note. As soon as you spray it, boom, you get that distinctive Tom Ford Neroli Portofino. My goodness. Clean, right out of the shower, nice spring day. You can go out, whether you're just casual, like I am right now, probably tripping some folks out, but that's something else too. Just a nice, clean, simple fragrance that is completely elegant and classy. Men and women can wear this fragrance. But I think it leans a little bit more female because of it has a stronger amber note on the dry down. But just a hint. What I really, really enjoy about this is the price point. It comes in an eau de parfum and an eau de toilette. So, when you get the Tom Ford Reserve Collection, you tend to get that even from a 50 milliliter, you're starting around 210. This baby starts out at 135, and you get a 3.4 ounce for 250. Now, understand, if you don't play in the niche world, that may sound like a lot of money, but to the niche players, or the people who are familiar with doing splits, such and so forth, this is something you definitely want to get up off your butt right now and get down to your local major Sephora and put your nose on it. 2016, Tom Ford does it again. Last year, he released 3 fragrances in some of the most beautiful bottles I've ever seen. Of course, won a fragrance of the year. But this one, I just don't see any downsides. And let's talk about performance. I sprayed it on last night, and I got a good 6+ hours out of it, which is great to me for this kind of fragrance because it's so light. It's a lighter construction, should I say. Projection was good. I mean, at least arm's length. And sillage, yeah, it left a nice little sillage trail. I was walking around the mall just to see what kind of responses I was going to get from people because I'm like, I'm wearing something new from Tom Ford. I mean, if you watch my videos any length of time, you know that I'm a Tom Ford fan, and I don't think the man can do anything wrong. So, but this, again, Go out, put your nose on it, smell it, try it, love it, buy it. Get the sample, and if you don't like them, hit me up in the comments, send them to me. I'll wear the heck out of them. All right? Ladies, you can wear it. Men, you can wear it. And here's the other trick. What did I say? Always make sure you put on a nice fragrance-free moisturizer to let the fragrance actually sink in a little bit more. And if you really want to stretch it, boom, put in some molecule 01 and some iso E, get you a little bit more of a longevity out of it. So until the next time, talk at you later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Life and Style by Kevin Samuels. Again, if you like what I'm doing, please go ahead and click the subscribe button down there. And if you wouldn't mind, refer it out to a couple of your friends. The more subscribers, the better. Let's spread the love. Okay, today, notice nothing in my hands, but today we're going to be talking about another fragrance that I love, Terre de Hermes. Now, this is one of those fragrances that I personally, every time I spray it, I feel happy. It comes in an eau de toilette and eau de parfum version. Now, Terre de Hermes actually means earth, the Hermes, but you would think you get something a lot different than you're getting, but what you really get is a fragrance that is a nice citrus and woodsy fragrance. Let's start with some of the notes. You're going to get grapefruit, you're going to get some woodsy notes, and you're also going to get a little bit of vetiver. So what it's really going to give you is a kind of a citrusy, woodsy, fresh, spicy, a little bit earthy, kind of flinty accord. Now, the notes in the eau de parfum version versus the eau de toilette version are slightly different. The eau de toilette version is going to give you more of that flintiness. So you're going to get a lot more of the citrus and the grapefruit and the flintiness. And the eau de parfum, you're going to get a more toned down grapefruit, but more of the woodsy kind of fragrance. So that's what makes this fragrance so interesting to me. So eau de toilette, as I've already said, meaning having more alcohol in it, means you're going to get a much larger projection. This thing projects at quite a ways. I'm at least out to my arm. And I get at least about 6 to 8 hours out of the eau de toilette version. I would say it's great for daytime, evening wear. It's certainly a warm weather fragrance, I would think. Great for going into springtime, into summertime. Which brings us to the eau de parfum version. So you're going to have more of the essential oils, and with the change in the note composition, you get a fragrance that's going to be great daytime, evening, nighttime, year-round. I gotta be honest, as far as designer fragrances go, it's one of my top 10 favorite designer fragrances of all times. For the simple fact of the versatility, and in a citrus-based fragrance, you just generally don't get this kind of performance and this kind of uniqueness. So this is a home run fragrance for me. I tend to actually mix the eau de toilette and eau de parfum versions and wear them together, depending on where I'm going. Of course, occasion dictates everything and how I'm feeling that day. But generally, I mix them both to get the best of both worlds, because I love that great grapefruit punch, but I love the longevity and the closeness and the dry down of the eau de parfum version. Either way, you can't really go wrong with either one of them, but if I said I had to pick one, as usual, I'm going to go in this direction with the eau de parfum version, because the dry down on it is killer. It dries down to a nice, woodsy, citrus, vetiver kind of, and it sits closer to the skin, and you just smell rich, opulent. It's everything you could really want in a fragrance. Either way, you can't go wrong. And for the difference in price, If you go ahead and don't buy retail, like I say, go to fragrancenet.com, buy them both. You can get 2 bottles for the same price that you would get 1 bottle, or two 3.3 ounce bottles for the same price you get one 3.3 ounce bottle at your local major retailer. Again, love them both for different reasons, but for similar reasons. Big time hit in my opinion. Oh, I almost forgot about the performance. The performance of the Parfum version, 8+ hours easily. Apply it in the daytime, forget about it. Especially if you layer it on with a nice fragrance-free moisturizer. Put it on, wear it, forget about it. But I always keep me a little Trevallo, little dispenser, because I like to freshen up a little bit during the day. But either way, with either one of these fragrances, it's going to be a killer. I would say it's leaning a little bit more towards the more mature side. It's in the same category, I would think, a Grey Vetiver by Tom Ford, or Bleu de Chanel Bleu de Chanel. Younger guys, we're talking 16 to roughly 24. This may not necessarily be the fragrance for you, not because you don't have the nose for it. It's just because it's a little bit more refined. Like I said, it's a little bit more opulent. There are better choices in that age range. But like I said again, from that age of 25 to basically death, this fragrance is a knockout. Do yourself a favor, go out and put your nose on it, try it, love it, buy it. Until next time, talk to you later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Welcome to another edition of Life and Style by Kevin Samuels. As usual, if you like what I'm doing, go ahead and click the subscribe button. And do me a favor, forward this out to as many friends as you would like. You never know who could use this information, and today is going to be a good one. It's about fragrance. And guys, I get this question often, and it's like, okay, I'm not going to do what you do and buy hundreds of fragrances, and you shouldn't, unless you're just a big fragrance hobbyist like me. It's pointless. Fragrance is like wine. A lot of people avoid fragrance because, they're wine snobs who know all the fruits and berries and everything else, which I do know, so I get it. And then there's just the regular mass of people who just like, I like it to taste good. This is a review for the people who just like it to taste good. Creed Aventus. So let's give a little background on House of Creed. Creed has great marketing. They claim to be the perfume of royalty. As a former salesperson and advertiser, I can appreciate the story. It's supposed to be about a several hundred-year lineage passed down from father to son, all natural ingredients, great marketing. Can't find a bottle past 1960 something, but it doesn't matter. In 2010, Creed made a fragrance called Aventus. Now, for the fans of Creed, this isn't for you. You know what it is already. For the people who don't know what Creed Aventus is, let me tell you what it is. It is probably, no, I'm not going to say probably, it is the one niche fragrance that I would say, if I were only going to own one, because I'm only going to put that amount of money into one bottle, and it has to go year-round, special occasion, office, whatever, it would be this. Let me tell you why. Not everyone likes it. Some people don't like Creed. I get it. I'm not a big Creed fan either. But crowd pleaser, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. So let's start off with what the fragrance really is. I'm not going to get into the notes. Let's just say what it is. It's fruity, sweet, leather, woody, smoky. Bottom line, smoky pineapple has baby with apple, and the world loves it. Yes, everywhere you go, you will get people noticing you. I put it on tonight to wear to an event. 11 compliments in the 3-hour time frame. I knew what it smells like. I dig it, but I wore it because I knew what the setting I was going to be in. And it smells great. It smells regal. It smells casual. It can do so many things. And even if it's not your favorite fragrance, it is one that you know. Just think about the thing in your wardrobe or your life that you know is the ace in the hole. It's the high joker. It's the helmet. It's the one that's going to win. It's the bullseye. That's what this fragrance is. Whether it's women or men, and women, oh guys, women love this stuff. I just can't. When I first got introduced to it, I'm going to just use the word. A woman said, "Oh, I just want to tear a man's clothes off every time I smell him wearing this. I mean, smell him when he's wearing this." Or I want to use the R word. Yeah, that's the emotion this stuff evokes. I watch just to see people's response because I don't wear it as often. But walking by and people will stop mid-sentence and, yeah, that's you. Now, the good thing is you can go online and buy it at fragrancenet.com. Don't worry about getting knockoffs at this place, folks. I've bought here for 20 years. Don't pay full price for this stuff. Even though it's great, go to fragrancenet.com and get it for half of the cost. Yeah, it's still going to be $200 plus, but it's worth it, in my opinion. If you're only going to own one niche fragrance, heck, if you're only going to own one fragrance, this is signature scent worthy, and it goes from 25 to death. What's the performance? The projection is 3 feet plus. The longevity, 8 hours plus. Sillage, 4 to 6 feet. Beast mode. So you got a fragrance that's a powerhouse that lasts all day, that projects like a monster, and leaves a long fragrance trail. Develops beautifully, settles down wonderfully. There's nothing to go wrong. Now, I am not a big Creed fanboy. I would say that right now. But when someone does something right, you got to give them their props. Creed, props to this. Like I said, if you're going to own just one fragrance, niche, this is it. If you're only going to own one fragrance and you don't want to have to worry about day, night, special occasion, whatever, you want something that's just going to be your signature scent, this is it. And why is it that good in your signature scent? Because not everyone's going to invest in the cost of this purchase. For the people who don't want to spend the kind of money for Aventus, they do have things that are called clones. Insurrection Pure 2 is a decent clone. It's about 80% of Aventus smell for about $30 online. Don't buy it in Perfumania or anything like that because they jack the price up to 80 bucks. A house by the name of Armaf, A-R-M-A-F, makes a fragrance called Club de Nuit Intense for men. About 85 to 90% of Aventus. By the fact, I wore them side by side, and most people can't tell. Actually, I got more compliments on the Armaf because most people don't care that it has pineapple, black currant, oak moss. They don't care. So again, this is not for the fragrance people. This is for everyday people who just say, I want to smell good. This is it. Do yourself a favor. Get out, smell it, try it, get a tester of it, put it on, because on the paper, you just won't get the true nature. Then you will love it and then buy it. 2 thumbs up. Till next time, talk to you later. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Welcome to Life and Style by Kevin Samuels. I'm Kevin Samuels, your lifestyle coach. Today we have another fragrance review, and it's another fragrance that I consider to be a designer masterpiece. It comes to us from the house of Tom Ford, of course, and it's called Black Orchid. Now, let me ask you all a question. How would you describe the smell of seduction? How would you describe the smell of sultry? It's kind of difficult, right? I don't want to use the term sex because sex is an oversimplification. Sex is too easy. That's carnal. That's just physical. This is everything leading up to that. So let's start out with what this fragrance is. It is classified as a unisex fragrance. But I'll be honest with you. it tends to lean more feminine than man. I'll say about 55% female, 45% male. But it was marketed originally to men. Now, there's an eau de parfum version, and in 2015, he made an eau de toilette version. I won't bother you with the top notes and the bottom notes, but I will get to the top notes and the middle notes, but I will tell you what the bottom notes are. They're vetiver, sandalwood, patchouli, amber, vanilla, and incense. So what that's really going to give you is more of a warm, sweet, earthy, balsamic, spicy, cocoa kind of accord. What does all that mean? It just basically means this is the scent of seduction. Ladies, this is directed more for you. You can spray this on the right places of your body, behind your ears, the base of your neck, on your pulse points on your wrist, 1 or 2 sprays behind your knee, and then let it cascade down through your hair. And I guarantee when you walk into a room, people will notice. You'll own that place. There is absolutely no way a woman can walk by a man wearing black orchid and not be noticed. It is that unique. It is that powerful. I think personally, I think this fragrance should be in the Hall of Fame of designer fragrances. It is one of the best fragrances I've ever smelled. When I just want to pick me up, I just put it on. Now, here's a caveat for guys: it's unisex. We can wear it too, and I do. But you gotta be very, very secure in your manhood to pull off a fragrance that's this complex. Not because it smells like a woman, because it's a complex fragrance. It smells good on everyone. I worn this fragrance and had people stop me just to sniff me. Tom Ford Black Orchid. The closest thing that I can ever think of in the designer world to putting seduction and sultry in one bottle. There's an eau de parfum version and there's an eau de toilette version. Do yourself a favor. Really run out and try this one. Ladies especially. If you're looking for that one signature fragrance that wear on that special evening, when you're really trying to make that impression on that guy, this is it. Guys, same thing. If you're confident in yourself and you can pull this off, I guarantee you, she won't be mad. She'll be happy you do. But it is one of those fragrances that's a better reserve for the cooler months. And I would recommend this as a nighttime evening fragrance. So let's say you're going on a romantic date, you're going out to dinner, you're going to a special event. You know, I wouldn't wear this in the office as a daily fragrance. Although it can be a signature scent, it will be a signature evening scent because it is such a powerhouse that no one's going to get any work done around you because you smell that good. And that's just not fair to the company. So, Tom Ford Black Orchid. Which brings me to another point. I didn't wear this fragrance for quite a while because it reminded someone of someone from their past. But more about that on another video. So we're going to have a 2-for-1 today. So Tom Ford Black Orchid. Go out, try it, buy it, love it. Simple as that. Dark chocolate in a bottle. Don't get much better than this. Until next time, talk to you later.